And good morning. Welcome to Today at the Races, presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stan Salter, along with our odds maker, Keith Fustel. A big Saturday of racing here at Laurel Park. And, of course, obviously down there at our sister track, South Florida, Hollandale Beach. Gulfstream Park is the site of today's third running of the Pegasus World Cup Invitational. It's a $9 million purse on the main track. And then the first running of the $7 million Pegasus World Cup Turf Invitational. We'll talk more about that in a couple minutes. We had a big day yesterday here at Laurel Park. We had that big popular national wager, the Stronach 5, and there's the payout. Paid over $1,300. A nice payout once again in the Stronach 5 with that industry low 12% takeout. It's a $50,000 guarantee. They put a bunch of money in. I think 145, something like that tomorrow. Yesterday they put into over 145,000. I think.
Seems like the handle's kind of leveled off, right? 140, 150, 160 is what you're going to get. And once again, for a lot of bettors, maybe that free square got you started at Laurel Park with a short price Englehart winner in our finale.
I tried to beat that one.
Yeah, I like Buster's brother at a price in there. Couldn't get him over the top. Got a short lead, but the Laurel horse is a little bit too good. But another good payout for the Stronach 5.
And I was on. They put over 143,000 of cash into that Stronach 5 yesterday. So congratulations if you hit it. Maybe you had a big Friday night. You hit the Stronach 5 and you flew down to Gulfstream Park today for the big Pegasus World Cup. We have a giveaway right here at Laurel Park today. You can come to Laurel Park, watch the Pegasus World Cup, both of the big Pegasus races. You have the $7 million on the turf, and they are on the turf down there at Gulfstream today for the Pegasus World Cup turf. A few of the earlier races are off the turf, but the $7 million Pegasus World Cup turf is on the turf. I think turf rated good down there at Gulfstream. The $9 million Pegasus World Cup on the dirt. Main track rated sloppy down there today at Gulfstream. So what do you make of a sloppy track for one of the world's richest horse races?
It's tricky. No doubt about it. It's going to influence it a little bit, I would think.
Right.
I've got to get back upstairs after this and maybe do a little re-handicapping to see if there's any edge, any horses that really move up on that off track.
Well, my upset pick in the Pegasus World Cup, Bravazzo. He liked the off track in the Preakness. He almost upset your Triple Crown winner and Horse of the Year, Justify. Bravazzo. He came the closest as any other horse in the Triple Crown races to beating Justify. So that's later on today. We have a big card to get to here today. Let's show you a picture of the main track. We'll have a fast main track today. Perfect job by the maintenance crew.
Yeah, it's of course a little bit of an edge. I thought all in all to the speed and still the inside pretty good for the most part, but we had some definite horses flourish on the front end yesterday, but here we go, low 40s, mostly cloudy. Track is fast. We got 10 races on tap today, right?
Yes,
10 race card.
And it's going to be very fast. You saw a picture of the main track there. It was getting scraped. That's what they were doing there. We had some fast times yesterday. I think in the maiden 10, they went like a 111 or something, right?
Two putt early on in the car was 9-1.
Right.
Yeah, that's rolling.
All right, we're going to have another fast track today. You saw them scraping it, so that's the situation. Here we go. Race 1 is going to kick off the rolling super high 5 with that 15% takeout. There's the carryover, 1,900 here, almost 1,900 in the opener. Race 1 also kicks off that early pick 5 with a mandatory payout, and as always, that industry low 12% takeout on both your pick 5s here at Laurel Park. Race 1, we're going a mile and a 16th on a main track rated fast, claiming 16,000. Filly Mares 4 and up, never won 2 lifetime. Ragtop, she was 2 to 5 last Monday when we canceled because of the weather. She's 6 to 5 here in this spot, and I like her front running style better, going 2 turns rather than that tiring 1-turn, 1-mile distance where you're going down a long bad stretch and then a long straightaway to the second wire. I think speed horses benefit better from a 2-turn route race than the 1-turn, 1 mile. So you get Trevor McCarthy back aboard for Cal Lynch. They've been doing awfully well together. Ragtop's going to be a popular favorite in race 1.
Yeah, I think she can catch even a little bit of a breather if she needs to, Stan. If the 3-horse Liz's Smile wants to go ahead and go. She was kind of battling on the lead with her last time. But McCarthy, this horse never got a breather last time,
Right.
and I think that just kind of catches breath a little bit around the first turn. If one wants to let the 3-horse go, shift out, stalk and pounce, and move on at a short price. So if you're looking for maybe a closer in the race, the 2 War Tweet first off the claim. Let's go to the second stand. I know we're a little short.
Here we go, race 2. It's 2 turns. We're going a mile and a 16th, claiming 5,000. Filly Mares 4 and up, A in 6 months. Never won 4 lifetime, and I go with my man Michael Gorham. He's come through for me with Papacho last fall. I missed the boat on Dat Melody at a big price a couple weeks ago, and we're going to get a nice price here on the 3, Like a Girl. Sheldon Russell on the 6-year-old mare by Cat Thief. An okay third last out at a big price behind Tiger Eyes. That was going a mile. Now we stretch back out to 2 turns today. Russell gets aboard for Michael Gorham. They hit about 16% together.
Yeah.
I'll go with the 3, Like a Girl.
Okay.
You like her as well a little bit.
A little upsetter there possibly. I go to the chalk. I'm going to chalk it out here in the early daily double. The 2-horse Sierra Leona, a winner in a 3 in life at Parks. Little break after that. Third place finisher did come back and run a 52. Include Gold I like, but doesn't have a lot of speed. Looks like she's lost a little step. She does like Laurel, and dropping into this condition, when she runs for 5, she's always right around it.
Sure.
But I think Michelle Nevin taking an edge. This horse didn't pan out really. What they claimed this horse for 35 4 races back. They're going to try to get what they can right now
Sure.
and cut the losses.
Yeah,
it looks
and
like
you
with the
finally
2.
get the win December 11th, and then the horse needs another break after that.
And another race with not much speed, Stan, and he'll probably aggressively be ready to get early position. Yep.
All right, so we like the same 4 horses there in race 2. Race 2 kicks off that early pick 4. The payouts yesterday on the early pick 5, I think, was over 2,200. The early pick 4 yesterday, I want to say 900, right?
Yeah.
So you had that, was it Reign Supreme?
Yeah, that was the big one, $48 winner.
$48 winner in race 3 yesterday. So you can get some nice payouts in these early multi-race wagers. Early pick 4 starts in the second. Let's turn the page. Okay. Race 3. This is one of our monster features of the day. I was talking about this race earlier on Down the Stretch with Bill Finley and Dave Grinning. It's a third level allowance optional claimer, 50,000 4 and up, going a flat mile. Scratch the 2 in here. That's my fault, guys. Here, just make my pick 6-1-3 for now. The 2, Mr. Bricks, is a late scratch in here. Also, the 7, Final Prospect, scratched out of this race, right? Okay.
Yes.
Right. So I end up on the 6, Papa Zulu. I like this horse. Last weekend, when the races got canceled, I think there's a fair amount of speed in here. Papa Zulu, my price play of the day, 12-1 morning line. The 1, River Deep, has speed. The 3, Mo Trouble, with speed. And also the 4, John Jones, he'll be forwardly placed with McCarthy. So I think it's going to give a nice setup here for the 6, Papa Zulu. Toledo, 1 on the 6-year-old son of Broken Vow for trainer Kelly Rubley. 1 on him as a 5-year-old last September at this 3 other than level, going a flat mile. That was first-time blinkers that day at 7-1. Came with a 6-wide rally and got the money with a nice, respectable 91 buyer speed figure that day. The Dickie Small, maybe a little too tough behind Unbridled One. Unbridled One down there today in the Pegasus World Cup turf race, and didn't like the slop up there at Aqueduct. But this horse likes Laurel Park. Kelly Rubley, an up-and-coming trainer here in Maryland. She's stabled up there at Fair Hill. Well, so I like the 6, Papa Zulu. Let's take a look at your top pick, though, the 8, Marengo Road. We have a video spotlight January 12th. This horse here in the Native Dancer.
Yeah, unfortunately hung wide. This is at the 2-turn distance, breaking into the 7th post, and just continues 4 wide, pretty much around the first turn. And that's tough, and they weren't going that fast that day. And you just said it about Papa Zulu, Stan. You think there's a little bit more flow in this race?
Right.
All right, watch Marengo Road the last 1/8 of a mile. This is second time off the claim in the Native Dancer. General Downs, who we really liked that day, got away at a decent price for us. But Marengo Road, working through a little traffic late, finding its best stride. Unfortunately, didn't get a little help. We're going to shorten up a little bit. We've got the 1-turn mile. This horse is 2 for 6 with 2 seconds at the distance. I think he's going to be able to draft in a little bit, save a little bit more ground. And like you say, with the pace of the 3, the 4, the 1, they're going to be close. The 3 might be the speed of the speed. I think Marengo Road can make a run into it as your horse, the 6, Papa Zulu. The road's going to go through, I believe, Mo Trouble. And I expect the 5, Bronx Salmon, to bounce back. I just tossed the race up in New York on that muddy surface.
All right. Well, you talked
Good
me
race,
into,
though.
you talked me into Marengo Road for Jamie Ness. Make my picks there 6-1-3-8 there in race 3. Here we go. Race 4. You like the middle pick 4 today. That starts in race 4. We're going 6 furlongs, claiming 12,500, 4 and up. Never won 3. Let's check out your middle pick 4 ticket.
Yeah, $27 ticket. Could offer a little bit of value in here. I might spread a little bit deeper if I can find a friend upstairs that's got a little cash. Sometimes it's hard to do,
right.
On a Saturday in the
They should be out for Pegasus Day.
We hope
today,
so.
Right?
3D, yeah, we hope. 3D to get you started. The 1, 5, and 7 Gringo Star Sound Off and Self Start. 5th race 3, 6, and 8. And then with him, I like dropping in class, getting a little help up front. I think the pace is going to be to his advantage today. 6th race 2, 5, and 11. That's the race I'd really like to spread more. The maiden claiming 16 3-year-old fillies. 7th race, wrap it up with the 4 and the 8. $27 ticket. I don't think the 7th race is any easy race as well.
Yeah, it's a 3-year-old filly race, open 12-5 claimers. Let's take a look here at the 4th for 4 and up, 3 life, 12-5 going 6 furlongs. I'm on the favorite here for Claudio Gonzalez. Gringo Star gets Victor Carrasco to ride his 4-year-old gelding, coming from California. First start in Claudio's barn. He's 27% with that move. He's done well with these Robert Bone horses that have come from California. He's done very well. Bone keeps sending him a bunch of horses from California. It's working. Victor Carrasco and Claudio, 29% together. I think they won a race again together yesterday. Victor with a 2-win day yesterday. Carrasco with a 2-win day yesterday. He's very live on the favorite here in race 4.
Yeah, this horse is going to be tough to beat coming in out of the open, 3-year-old races. But that was a double key race at Del Mar. And you're talking about a first time in the barn. Even the shippers, they're about 26% when they come west to east for Claudio Gringo Star. And he's shown that he doesn't necessarily need to lead. I think he has enough speed to get position. I don't think he's really going to get trapped down inside. Sound Off, we've got a video of his most recent start. Yep. McCarthy got along well with his 5-year-old son of Congrats. Picking it up here at the top stretch. Grecian Prince, once again, had everything his own way. Dictated the pace all the way around the racetrack through okay internals. But watch Sound Off. I like the way this horse shifted out about 4 and 5 wide and came with a run. The final 3/16 of a mile under McCarthy. McCarthy is going to stay. That's a positive. Hoping for a little bit more up front, maybe just flashy at a price for Gorham will show that speed that he showed a couple races back and force the issue, so which would help things set up for the 5 Sound Off and even the 7 Self Start.
Yeah, Trevor out there working hard again this morning. We worked a couple in the barn. I work in. I saw him walking around all morning out there. No surprise why Trevor McCarthy, our leading rider here, not too many jocks work as hard as he does, and it's paying off. So we both like a 1.57 there in race 4. Let's get a quick commercial break. When we come back, the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 will start race 5 today on our 10-race program. Carryovers over 1,900. I like the late pick 5. That starts in race 6. We'll check all that out right after this.
When it comes to getting back in the game, there's only one team to turn to. The team more high school, collegiate, and professional athletes train and recover with. That team is MedStar Sports Medicine. For more than 30 years, MedStar has served as a leader in the diagnosis, treatment, and rehabilitation of orthopedic and sports-related injuries. Ranked among the top programs in the Maryland and Washington regions, we offer rapid access to athletes of all levels. Let the pros who treat the pros treat you. MedStar Sports Medicine.
All right, welcome back. Today's 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 will start in race 5. It's a 10-race program today. We will have a little carryover today. No, I'm sorry. They hit it again yesterday. I'm thinking we had a carryover of 1,900. They hit it yesterday for 1,900. So it pays to play this Pick 6, even when there's a small little carryover. I think we had a $1,100 carryover yesterday, and they took it down for 1,900. And today they'll put 3, 4, maybe 5,000 into it today, and you get a couple of prices home on your ticket, and you can get a nice $3,000-$4,000 score.
Look at it yesterday, $10 winner and $11.40. Everything else was below that.
Right.
And you're getting 1,900.
Right.
Working together with some chalks.
Yep.
Pays
All
to
right.
play.
All right, so
Okay.
pick 6 time here in race 5, claiming 5,004 and up. Never won 3 lifetime. We're going a flat mile. I'm
Yeah.
on the 1 free mark here at
Free
10
mark
to
at a
1.
price.
Angel Suarez aboard for Jamie Nassau. I guess I like the connections
Mm-hmm.
the most here. Top connections, big price, maybe a soft group here. This horse a good second 2 starts ago against Nickel 3 Life up there at Penn National late December. That was going 6 furlongs. Didn't run too well last out in the mud here at Laurel. He's 0 for 9 in the mud. We're stretching back out to a mile today. He's 0 for 3 for a mile. I'm not doing the best job selling this horse, but I'll take a shot here on the 1 free mark at a pretty good price.
Positive the barn is kind of heating up a little bit.
Sure.
And, boy, they've been active in the claim box. They've claimed a lot of horses of recent note. I go to the 3, in him, with him. I'm going to just toss the last 2 sprints and come back and key on the mile races, the 3 and 4 back try. One on a muddy sealed surface on the 28th and the 6th of October. I think this horse gets the right kind of flow in here. Held well, despite quick internals. Final quarter miles to me are fine. This is the right move. Drop this horse, get the confidence back. Looking at the field, I think he's got to be close, and I think you can dog him every stretch, every step of the way here, and maybe get off at a price at about 4 to 1, 9 to 2.
Barn with a nice win yesterday, right?
Day strike.
Day strike with a nice win yesterday. All right, so yeah, the 3 in him with him, definitely live. I like the 2 a little bit here. Throw the deuce for Kieran McGee, Carol Cedeno on this horse here. A nice win against Nickel 2 Life, going a mile back in November. A good third here at Laurel early December. Then he kind of tailed off for him his last couple races. Maybe he can bounce back to a decent number today. He has better races in him, and another decent price here for Top Connections with the 2 Throw the Deuce.
I've been chasing him. He hasn't followed through for me. The 6 accusing interesting. First off, the claim for Ferrier waits the time, comes back for the 5,000, but reunited with McCarthy. Last time this horse won, it was with Trevor. 3 horses came out of that race to win. That's a positive. Looker accusing a little bit of a freshening and holding the level to make a run from just off of it.
Yeah, you get McCarthy, the 6 for sure, be tough there. All right, I like the late pick 5 today. Starts in race 6, no carryover. They hit it yesterday for $514. The late pick 5 paid yesterday. As always, that industry low. 12% takeout means more money back in your pocket when you hit the pick 5s here at Laurel Park. I have a ticket. Let's check it out here. Very affordable play. I wrote it on the back of race 1. Here's my ticket here. $32 ticket. I go 4 deep here in race 6. That's a maiden 16,000 3-year-old fillies going short. I like the 2, 3, 5, 11 in this race. The 2, Gabby V. For Rudy Rod and Victor Carrasco, my top pick here in race 6. In race 7, scratch the 1, Katarina 1, one of your 5 to 2 favorites there in race 7. So I have the 8 on top. The 8 is no stone unturned for Claudio. And I like the 3, Icy Lady, at a big price for my man Mike Gorham. So 3-8 there in race 7. Race 8, I go with the 4-6. That's a maiden. Oof, man, you need to spread. You need to use some more horses there in race 8. I'm just trying to keep my ticket affordable.
Okay.
I go with the 6, the favorite on top, Gateau Saint Honoré, 2 to 1 for Kieran. That filly's supposed to win, but she's highly beatable. And I take a flyer on the 4, Sea Candy. Didn't run very well at all in debut. Maybe can showed a little speed and then packed it in. Now we cut back to 5.5. Riaz stays aboard for Ferris Allen. So the 4, Sea Candy, a big price in race 8. I single on the 3, Knockout Kid, in race 9 for Jerry Robb. Tri-Tab filly won this condition last out. See if she can do it again. And then another maiden 10, 2 turns wide open in race 10. I go 4 deep with the 1, 3, 5, 6. So a $32 ticket for my late pick 5. Let's take a lot of maiden races here. 3 maiden races in this late pick 5 sequence. So a challenging sequence. Let's take a look here at the 6th race. You have a stat.
Yeah.
We both like the 2 here. Rudy Rodriguez, first-time starter by Temple City. Here's your stat.
Oh, Rudy Rod, in the last 5 years at Laurel, not a lot of horses, but when he brings them down the firsters, he's ready to roll. 4 for 12, 33%, and 6 for 12 in the money with the firsters at Laurel. ROI of 440. You got one in here. You've got a first foal out of an unraced mare. That's kind of the trend with a couple of these firsters in this race. But that stat bodes well, and I think at the two you got to use somewhere in your exotic. So horses that have run, they haven't shown a ton. I thought Polished Gal, the 8, was very willing to the wire after battling through the pace. And with the scratch of the 9-1 odd story, she's going to be up there again, I think, holding on for a long way. Foggy Dreams is going to be my top selection, the 11 for Hammy Smith and Gory Smith, his brother. These two, when they team up together, how about 4 for 17 and 9 for 17 in the money the last few years with first-time starters in maiden claiming races on the dirt, ROI of over $4. Looking at the breeding, shaking it up, kind of a new stallion. He's got a winner already. The mare was unraced, but half to a 5-time winner and a 4-time winner, and they won early. That's good enough for me. Foggy Dreams.
And you get Caramanos, Lasix in debut, good outside post. Caramanos and Hammy Smith, they're 40% from a small sampling, but they've been doing well together. Foggy Dreams, kind of the story of my life. Right?
Okay, yeah.
If you work in horse racing, you've had a few foggy dreams. So, all right. So the 2. How about the 3 here? Gracie Gab by Bulls Bay.
Yeah.
This is a homebred for Dr. Harrison. He's the breeder of my Big Horse Talk Show man. Michael Merriman, the trainer of this first-time starter by Bulls Bay. Some decent works over there at Pimlico. A bullet 3 furlong workout from the gate late December there at Pimlico. Michael with a nice win earlier this year already, and he gets a live rider here, Carol Sedania, on the 3, Gracie Gab.
Yeah, this horse might want to stretch out. The mare was 2 for 18, both races, both wins, I should say, going longer. But as a half the hashtag selfie, a horse that kind of maybe did her best running at 7/8 of a mile up to a mile. She was an 8-time winner, made about $140,000. So yeah, I think this horse can make. I like the attraction. You get Sedano, right?
Yeah. Sure.
You get Carol Sedano first time. Another quick note, and then we'll move on to race 7. The 5 by Buffum. We've seen the Buffums. They win early, okay? They win early. Going back to the, the Second Dam Hong Kong Tour, won its first 4 races. I know Gary Cap, first time, not usually the deal. This horse is bred to be okay early.
All right. You get Rosado, some decent works here at Laurel for the 5 starting tour we both like. All right, let's turn the page here. Race 7 is going to kick off the final pick 4 of the day. Late pick 4 starts in race 7, 5.5 furlongs, claiming 12,500 straight 3-year-old fillies. And this is the race on your middle pick 4 ticket that you have a lot of coverage in. You spread pretty deep in this race, a wide open affair, right?
Yeah,
I go with Claudio on top, one of the favorites on the outside here. No Stone Unturned by Bustin' Stones. This filly, a sharp maiden special weight win last November in the slop at Finger Lakes, and then had a little time off. And I think that allowance race just too tough last out. Takes a nice drop today. The Bug Boy stays aboard. She has early speed, good outside post. She'll get a nice trip in here. My top pick, the 8, No Stone Unturned.
Yeah, just go ahead and center. She clears. She could be gone, Stan.
Right.
No doubt about it. I go to the 4, Rosari. Maybe it was a blessing in disguise. It sort of stumbled a little bit last time out. Was able to rate and recover and got up. Very determined run the last 1/8 of a mile. So learning that little new change of tactics might help out the cause of Rosari Barn doing awfully well right now. Salzman rolling right along. Let's go to the 8.
All right, here we go. Race 8 is going to kick off the final pick 3 of the afternoon. This is a wide open maiden claiming 10,000 filly mares 4 and up. Whew, anything's possible here. We're going 5.5 furlongs, and I just went with the top connections with the favorite here, the 6 Gatto Saint Honoree. She's 2-1. She's supposed to win here. That said, though, maybe I'm just a sucker. She's been the beaten favorite 3 of her last 4 starts, so I normally try to stay away from these horses. But she catches a nice soft field once again today, and she has a top jockey. She'll get a good trip breaking from mid pack here. I don't blame you trying to beat her with a first-time starter.
6 and the 10, they're the ones to beat, no doubt about it. I know we're a little short on time. I go to the 1 Field Letters just quick. Looking at the sire, didn't know a whole lot about this horse, a field commission, but he did win on synth, he won on turf, and he won on dirt. And when he ran on dirt, he ran like a 104 sprinting. Pretty good. Mare was unraced, has a couple winning siblings. I like steady, foundation under this horse. Sheldon looking to get off the schneid here. If you're going to find an easy spot for a firster, you found one. So maybe this is it for the 1 Field Letters.
Absolutely. The
Right?
horse well in, or Justin Nixon
Sure.
back in town. He's not messing around
Uh-uh.
and running over his head. He's going right in where he can win a nice, a nice easy condition. So I like the one as well. Nixon, he's done well here before in Maryland. It's a matter of time before he starts rolling. Just a matter of time before Sheldon Russell starts
Right.
rolling. Maybe they're live here with the one field letters. Let's turn the page here. Race 9 to kick off the late daily double. Nice first level allowance feature to wrap up to start the late daily double. It's an A
Right.
other than optional 53-year-old fillies going 6 furlongs. The 3 Knockout Kid by Tri-Tap for Lucky 7 Stables and trainer Jerry Robb. She won this condition last out here at Laurel late December. She was in for the tag that day. Now she's right back in here. She's in for the allowance condition today. She's 6 for 8 in the money here at Laurel with a couple wins. Robb's doing well with this filly.
Yeah.
She hasn't been off the board since last October. Since last September when she was off the board in a stake up at Delaware. But she's been awfully consistent recently. She's won 2 of her last 3. She's the filly to beat here, I think, in race 9.
She brings that late run every time, doesn't she? I mean,
Yep.
she doesn't run that fast, but boy, they've churned out some wins, 3 wins from 11 starts. Everybody else is a lone winner, okay, one-time winner. So, yeah, she'll make a run into it again today. She'll have some flow up front. Let's take a look at the video real quick of the 6 Music of Life, a user in here for Brittany Russell, getting Sheldon Russell to ride today. Watch the break here. The 4-horse that afternoon kind of broke in a little bit, lean in, a little bit of a steady. We're going to watch it one more time, a little bit of a brush, and couldn't get things really going. Tried to go up in between horses. Got shuffled back there. You see that past the 5/8 pole. That's good enough, guys. She ended up getting position around the turn, just didn't fire turning for home. Blinkers go on, an outside draw. Sharp speed and debut at Delaware, 2 races back. I think she's the send kind of type. Elverson, though, if you look, comparing the days, December the 14th, the internals, she ran quicker than Knockout Kid and Musical Life in that group on the front end. She doesn't necessarily need it. I look at the bottom side for Elverson, the 4-horse. The mare, all 3 wins were going long. I think this is a filly that's got a bright future. I think she's going to progress. I think she's going to settle a little bit better today and have even a little bit stronger finish at the 6 furlongs.
My man, Chucky Lawrence, he got robbed at the Eclipse Award. Glorious Empire.
I was a little surprised about that.
He should have won it.
Yeah.
And John White predicted him to win it. And John White, he's 100% on his Eclipse prediction.
I went Glorious Empire and then Stormy Liberal. Stormy, yep. Flip-flop.
All right, Lawrence, he's live here with the 4 Alverson. Sharp debut winner against a nice maiden special weight field. Let's turn the page. One more race here. Race 10 is wide open. It's a maiden 10, 3-year-olds going a mile in a 16th here. You have the 4 on top. Let's start there. I passed on the 4 for some reason. The 4 Tryin' Wings. Here's the video spotlight of the 4 Tryin' Wings from December 22nd.
Yeah. You want to see a horror show of a trip? Just sit back, grab some popcorn, and watch this stretch run. I guess when you say the final almost 5/16 of a mile, the 10-horse this afternoon. I'm on the Tap It Now, Lucky Bull dueling on the front. Pick the 10 up right now, turning for home. I really don't have to say anything. Just watch the poor trip that this horse gets through the final quarter of a mile. Makes a move, a little bit of a brush as another horse kind of lays in. Crying out for room. Romancing the Cat, a winner we had that day, a big prize, goes on by. There's a check and a steady. We're going to drop to the inside. We're going to make it through. Man, super tight. Finally, a little bit of a brush there. And, boy, one final surgeon just misses here. Romancing the Cat at the big price. Tryin' Wings today. Comes back. No, stretches out to 2 turns. Concerns me. This horse was entered, I believe, scratched a week or 2 ago. I had to make sure to double check. But escaping any kind of trouble and seeing he stays okay, I think he can get it done in a nightcap from just off the pace. Expect Drama is going to be the speed from the inside, no doubt about it. But Tryin' Wings, I think, can kind of reel him in by the time they hit mid-stretch.
Oh, I whiffed on that Claudio first off the claim winner yesterday. That horse paid a nice price, like $9. You had that horse on top,
that
right?
That was a good one.
Who was the other nice one you had on top?
We had
the $11
Engelhardt horse, yeah.
The $11 horse. I can't remember the name of the horse.
Oh, that was the Little Miss Ray Lynn.
Yeah, the Super
Super
99 filly.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, the sloppy track last out for
Yeah.
Trying Wings. Maybe that move to cold up. He'll be tough here. I just go against the
Okay.
favorite. The 3 Village Prince should be tough in here. On the drop for Rudy Rodriguez, Victor Carrasco will ride. Has a race under his belt. 3-year-old by Cairo Prince. Late December up there at Aqueduct against Maiden 30,000. Had a tough inside post that day.
Right.
Ran a little bit in the stretch, I think. Probably got some good education and experience out of that race. Now takes a drop. They stretch out the 2 turns. You get a live rider like Victor Carrasco. So I'll take a shot here with the 3 Village Prince on top in the finale.
And he had one yesterday, dropped down and ran pretty good. I think a good second, bang up second. So, he comes down here. He wants to win. He wants to maybe unload them. So they're usually a factor.
All right, so Bravazzo's my top pick in the $9 million Pegasus World Cup on a sloppy track.
Yeah.
He loved the sloppy track in the Preakness, almost beat Justify. Yoshida is going to be tough in the turf, but Unbridled won for Corrales. And by the way, Caton Bradar is telling the entire country that's something awesome. The local horse from Laurel Park down there for Corrales in the Pegasus World Cup. He's training like gangbusters down there, they say.
I looked at something on the DRF. I think one of the DRF guys, one of the handicappers, had something awesome on top.
Who do you like?
Like I say, I'm just going to work around with some prices. Even maybe the Al Stall horse to throw in the exactas. I mean, clearly the 2 horses to beat, Accelerate, City of Flight. Like I said, I'm going to use Gunnavera, Seeking the Soul, and some exactas. I really like the Chad Brown, Bricks and Mortar. Is that the name? In the turf.
In the turf, okay.
And Channel Maker. In the turf. Those 2 horses in the turf.
All right, you can watch it all right here today at Laurel Park. Check out that sports book with a 75-foot LED wall. You can watch everything on that wall. Good luck today on Pegasus World Cup Day. Dave Rodman coming up next with today's scratches and changes.
Good luck.